Hello parents and East Greenwich Township residents. Thanks for stopping by. I'm usually out to learn when I'm not in my office. Why don't you come out to learn with me about our referendum? I'm Joshua Meyer, principal of the Jeffrey Clark School. The Board of Education here in East Greenwich Township has been studying our facilities for the last several years, along with the 22-person Citizen Advisory Group, and has developed an action plan for the district. I'm very excited about this much-needed work. But first, let me tell you about our construction costs, financing, and a grant of $7 million. The cost of the proposed school additions is $25 million. However, we can get nearly 28% of the cost of the project from the state. That's $7 million of state monies back to the taxpayers of East Greenwich Township, if we pass a referendum. The second most important point to remember is that with the state paying almost 28%, we only pay 72%. Now that's third grade math. And the impact on taxes for our local portion will only be increased a maximum of $228 per year for the average homeowner after this referendum. Yes, you heard me correctly. Taxes on the average assessed home will only increase about $228 per year, or 63 cents a day. If we don't approve this referendum, we cannot accept this grant, and the monies will go to another district. Passing the referendum will assure that we get our fair share of taxes back for the benefit of residents of East Greenwich Township. But enough about taxes. Let's look at why we need the additions and improvements. We need these additions to meet our increasing enrollments. Have you been noticing the number of new houses in the community, the increased number of buses, or the large number of students in the classroom? In the school year 2008-2009, the district had a demographic study done. At the Clark School, where I am principal, enrollments increased by 174 students over 5 years in the historic period of our study, and are projected to increase by 153 students over the 5-year projected period. At the Mickle School, enrollments increased by 126 students over the 5 years of the historic period of our study, and are projected to increase by 357 students over the 5-year projected period. Enrollments are projected to increase to 1,421 students by the end of the 5-year projection, and the two schools have a capacity of only 1,107. The New Jersey Department of Education approved us to build for the additional students and has offered the $7 million grant to help us expand. So, let me tell you about the additions, the specialized instruction space improvements, and the aged and outdated building systems that will be replaced. First things first. Behind me is the Jeffrey Clark School. Beneath me is a geothermal system that provides the heating and cooling system for our school. This was built in 1990. The HVAC system will provide distribution in each classroom and will either be upgraded or replaced. The much-needed improvement will save on operation costs and provide healthier classrooms. At the back of the school, we will add an L-shaped wing that will house 12 new classrooms and some offices. It will connect to the west wing with a canopy. Those 12 classrooms will increase the school capacity to house the future enrollment of 585 students. Some important site work will also be done on the west side of the Clark School. On the west side of the Clark School, a new bus staging area will be built, stretching along a new drive to the Mickle School. It will accommodate 20 buses at a time and seriously improve vernacular and pedestrian safety. It will allow for separate parent pickup lines, and all crosswalks will be gated. The 300-foot-long sidewalk in the bus staging area is designed with an overhead canopy, which structure will be able to accommodate a future solar system. Municipal and school officials are working on the solar energy system as a separate project. While we are talking about site improvements, let me mention that we are constructing 413 new parking spaces, 86 at the Clark School, 166 at the Mickle School, and 92 in a grass overflow parking area to the west of this bus staging area. This is a through-the-wall unit ventilator tied into the geothermal system. 21 of these units will be replaced in the older sections. Improving the air quality and the student comfort in these classrooms will cost approximately 10% of the Clark School budget. HVAC systems improvements are the largest single element in the building improvement plan after the classroom addition. Another area of improvement is fire sprinklers, fire alarm, and security systems. They will account for 8% of the cost of construction. This is Mrs. Savage, principal of the Samuel Mickle School. Mrs. Savage will be retiring after many years of service to the Samuel Mickle School, and this gentleman is Mr. Wagner. He will be the new principal of the Samuel Mickle School.
Although I am retiring from East Greenwich School District, my interests and concerns for Samuel Mickle School remain strong. Can you envision a 17-classroom addition here? This addition will increase the school's capacity to house the future enrollment of 836 students.
I am honored to be part of the East Greenwich team. I'm looking forward to the addition that will include 13 general classrooms, a special use classroom, and a teacher's workroom.
Here we are at the south end of the site. We are redeveloping a parcel of land for recreational purposes. It will include a new 200-foot by 300-foot multi-purpose field and a new paved playground area with new playground equipment. And now we are in the cafeteria. The cafeteria will be expanded by over 800 square feet. That's enough additional space to accommodate 128 new seats. Here at the gymnasium, we will add over 3,000 square feet to provide for a raised stage, plenty of additional storage space, and a new covered entrance at the front.
In specified areas, we are replacing all carpeting in the hallways and classrooms. We will replace classroom doors with safer ADA-compliant doors, and corridor ceilings and lighting fixtures will be replaced. Lastly, the electrical systems will be improved with a new emergency generator, new classroom service, and a new renovated HVAC controls for the entire building. Let's go back to my office. Well, that's the extent of the work. A 12 and 17 classroom addition, several space renovations, and many system improvements. Renovated corridors and totally new heating and ventilating in the older school sections. The $25 million project will be funded by $7 million in a grant from the state. Passing the referendum will ensure that East Greenwich Township gets back those tax dollars and not some other district. Remember to circle Tuesday, September 28th on your calendar. Polls open from 2 p.m. until 9 p.m. We are counting on your vote. Thank you.